the soft tissue balancing is basically the offset of the stem is very important. So it is not only the center of femorate to the center of greater trochanter, it is also the important aspect of the is from the center of head to the floor of the acetabulum. This is very important aspect of the offset. So to balance this is very important, crucial. We all know that what is the advantage of increasing the offset, decreasing the offset. I don't want to waste on time on this. And there are large femurs, varus femur, valgus femur, it all affects the offset. So the coxa vara, we have to cut the low neck, and coxa valga, we have to cut the high neck, and in the coxa breva is the low neck cut to balance the hip. So how to increase the offset? To increase the femoral neck, that is by increasing it. Once you increase the femoral neck, then it is difficult to balance the hip, it becomes very tight. So in that case, if you have to do femur first, then you have to floor the, the acetabular side, you have to go deeper so to balance it. Otherwise, it is difficult to reduce if you have only one neck while doing a total hip replacement. So always ask for two types of neck, that is decreasing neck shaft angle or dual offset stem should be kept during a total hip replacement. Otherwise, you have to also ask if you should know that some people give lateralized offset liners, we should be aware of it. Otherwise, hip become very tight. There is a lot of pain will be there. They will not be happy at all. Restoring offset, like how it is, soft tissue laxity is the main thing. And also the head size is also can cause the dislocations. That is 22, 28 head can cause impingement. 28 head, there will not be an impingement. There is an increase in the jump to height distance that gives the stability. So still the inadequate soft tissue balancing is yet to the more common cause. How to get it intraoperatively is by templating and by robotically planning also we can do. So the still intracartilage groove, that is Dr. Anamath method, is the best way to assess the limb length. Once you mark the limb length, before cutting the neck, you measure the vertical and neck and offset. And first preparing the femur first, it adds to the value because we know the femoral neck length and offset, then you can change the cup, either deepen it or lateralize it based on the soft tissue balancing. Once you've done that, we can do the coplanar test and we can measure it again after reduction. We can know how to adjust the limb length and soft tissue balancing. So this is the main thing, and these are the tests, which is a drop kick test, external rotation impingement, internal rotation impingement. Based on this, you can release the anterior capsule, iliopsoas tendon, or sometimes fasciolata is very tight, positive over sign. And if it is tight, sometimes if your limb length is too long, maybe you have to release the rectus femoris. This is the post-op X-rays. If you are able to balance it well, center of rotation, bilateral hip, even with this we can observe. Similarly, the robotic also we can do well. You can see this. So this is the techniques, I think, with your robotic or conventional. If you follow this femur first and measure templating or pre-op planning, we should be able to get the proper balancing, equal limb length. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you for that brilliant talk.